Now to a follow-up to a story we brought you last week. You'll remember this one. South Beach just trashed by students from Miami-Dade public schools.
Well, city leaders now taking action as spring breakers descend upon our beaches in the coming weeks. How Miami Beach is prepping for impact is tonight's Don't Trash Our Treasure.
Unbelievable. It's a slap in the face.
Anger and outrage.
I honestly cried. I'm not gonna lie.
The sands of South Beach littered with garbage from the South Point Pier to the 2nd Street lifeguard stand after a day on the beach turned nasty last week.
Seeing the amount of trash and the kids leaving with no remorse just broke my heart.
But these weren't tourists. These were students from several Miami-Dade County public schools ditching class for an unauthorized senior skip day.
This from our kids? Really?
Really. And though it's often our visitors who get blamed for scenes like this, it was actually tourists and locals who cleaned up the mess before city and county public work crews responded to clear it all away before sunrise.
The problem is that it gets to be a mess in the first place.
Volunteers who regularly come out to clean our beaches say our leaders need to do more to stop this trashy behavior before it starts.
There needs to be enforcement.
Littering on Miami Beach is supposed to be illegal. It's a whopping $1,500 fine, but it's rarely, if ever, enforced. We went straight to the mayor to ask why.
It's so hard to enforce litter laws. Why is that?
Well, because you have to see somebody littering. At the end of the day, in 7.5 miles of beaches, if there are people who want to be jerks and want to pollute, it's very hard to stop them, and the only option is to clean up after them.
But activists say that sends the wrong message and that more must be done to deter people from littering before they step one foot on the sand.
But we're not engaging with people. We're not telling them how they need to behave.
Dave Dobler is the co-founder of Volunteer Cleanup. In years past, he and other activists would stroll the beach on high-impact weekends like spring break with clever posters like these to remind beachgoers to enjoy but respect our backyard.
We've had a great response through it, and it's just, we're just volunteers. We don't have all of the resources in order to be able to do this on a continuous basis.
The city of Miami Beach is stepping up, though.
And we should do more. You're right. We should do more.
These images right before the city braces for spring break, spurring city leaders to respond.
People need to understand how important it is to not only keep the beach clean, but I think what they don't realize is very often whatever you leave on the beach is going out into the ocean.
Just hours after this interview, a plan of action was lit. The city now activating a collaborative initiative to engage beachgoers before they hit the shore.
Let's have a good day.
Goodwill ambassadors like these during the height of the pandemic will join park rangers and volunteers on the sand during spring break weekends to encourage those visiting our beaches to be responsible with their trash, dispose of it properly, and leave no trace.
We don't have to be super hardcore in order to get people to behave appropriately.
But what about our kids? They live here. We showed a couple of them the videos from Senior Skip Day and asked them what they thought.
That's horrible.
I mean, is that excusable?
No.
So why are people leaving their trash on the beach?
Laziness, probably.
They should know better. This is their beach.
Shouldn't we be teaching this in our public schools?
Absolutely. Look, you hope that you can teach people good conduct.
We invited Miami-Dade Public Schools to be a part of this important conversation. The district responded with this statement that reads in part, "The district goes to great lengths to promote and encourage positive behavior among our students, and we continue to remind parents to speak to their children about the importance of responsible citizenship."
Yes!
But for now, an army of responsible citizens is growing. Their message loud and clear: trashing our beaches is not okay and won't be tolerated.
Stop littering. Please treat this as your home. This is your home.
I mean, it is a privilege to live here. If you'd like to get involved in this effort and watch over our beaches during these next few weeks of spring break, our volunteer cleanup crews can use your help. To sign up, scan that QR code right there on your screen. It'll take you right to the Don't Trash Our Treasure section on local10.com. Do better, South Florida. Do better.